4 games to go, 3 points in it, 2 teams, 1 poll. Let's talk about it. Fog Football's here. 52% Celtic, 48% Rangers, and we're being truthful. It shouldn't be that close. But we're a neutral channel, so it is that close.
Yeah, 1 poll, 1 winner, 1 title. And it might be going Celtic's way. Right now, they are favourites. I think they are big favourites. Likelihood is Rangers will need to beat them at Celtic Park to have any chance. And that seems like a no-chancer, if you ask me. But 48% of people, almost half, almost 50-50, believe this is going to go right down to the wire and believe that it could go either way. So I don't really see it as the coin toss that the voters see it as. Funnily enough, as you being a Rangers fan, if you were offered a coin toss right now for Rangers to win the title, would you take it?
Of course you would.
You would put your faith in the hand of the coin?
I think Rangers have
Power of the coin?
Rangers have less than a 50% chance of winning the league, so why wouldn't you take it?
Heads or tails? Neither. Let's check out the comments. Let's go.
Let's check. Well, who do you think's going to win the league?
Celtic.
No, but see the goal difference thing. I think the goal difference thing only comes into play after the Old Firm result. We have to wait and see what that beholds.
True, but I mean, the Rangers have to beat Celtic anyway, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, though. But like with the goal difference thing, right?
Yeah, but it's no good Rangers beating Celtic and being 10 goals behind.
Yeah, but the way you got to factor is, right, Rangers' next 3 games, one's against Celtic, so forget about that. But they're at home against Killie and Dundee. There's 2 games they can boost the goal difference. While Celtic are at home against Hearts and away to Killie. So if Rangers are to win this league, you would just assume in those 3 games they would better Celtic in the goal difference department.
Well, they need to. Look, it's in Rangers' own hands. Can they win the league? Yes, but they need to start outscoring Celtic, or else winning at Celtic Park isn't going to be enough.
Yeah, so maybe that goal for Dundee was more crucial than we thought. But Big Sage says, all I can say is it's been a good title race, and that's what I like, and it's good for Scottish football. A nice wee comment there.
I mean, has it been a good title race, though? Because
for the
majority of the season, there wasn't a title race. We just believed that Celtic had already won it due to the head start they were given. And then we got to a point where even when Rangers were like 4 or 5 points behind, I just felt like the majority of people believed Rangers were going to win it because they just looked a far better team. And once Rangers got in front, I don't think anyone was giving Celtic a chance. Majority of the Celtic fans wanted Rodgers out.
I think you've just answered your own question. It has been good then.
How?
Because it's looked like either of them could win it. And then now it's like, well, it's looking like Celtic, but Rangers are still in.
I think it's always looked like one team was massive favourites. I don't think I've ever really viewed it as 50-50. There was a short period of time where I thought it could have went either way.
I'd say it was looking 50-50
for the most part,
before the Old Firm at Ibrox.
But for the most part, I believe that one team has always had a big advantage over the other. And Rangers over the past month have lost that big advantage, so unlucky for them.
Unlucky for them is right. Miles says, as a Rangers man, Celtic have it. 3 points and better goal difference. Can't see us catching up. Even if Celtic slip up, I can see them taking it on goal difference.
Well, for Celtic to take it on goal difference, Rangers need to win.
I don't want it to go on goal difference, right? Regardless of where it goes. It should go on,
Should they cancel goal difference and just have a penalty shootout?
No, they shouldn't cancel it because that would be unfair on Celtic. And here, I'm a fair man. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't like it to go down to goal difference. I think goal difference is kind of cheap.
It is cheap. Timmy8828, I wonder who he supports, says, thanks for taking part, lads. Try not to get overexcited next season again. Blowing a nice wee gay kiss there. So what's your thoughts on Timmy?
Hey, that's alright. Timmy's gay, that's fair enough. But were you getting excited over Rangers winning the league, or do you not care?
I didn't really care. I don't like Brendan Rodgers, so I was getting excited about.
You don't like Alistair Johnson. You don't like Joe Hart. How many Celtic players you do like?
I like Kyogo.
He likes Kyogo, guys. That's about it. Up next, champions again.
I like Carter Vickers.
It's all about the Celtic. Hail, hail. I'll never say that. Hail, hail. I'll never say that again. Just said it in the next sentence.
I don't mind James Forrest.
Fair enough. I see the SFA have voted Sevco to get it to 49%. Yes, even the SFA, they have to get involved on a Fog Football poll. They can't let it slide. Rangers need backing.
Oh, ISFA, they came in and the instead of penalty to Rangers, it's vote to Rangers.
Yeah, they offered us 10 grand each to, flip the vote in Rangers' favour, and we still couldn't do it. That just shows you how much Celtic are favourites.
Corruption, even in YouTube polls, man.
We took the money, guys.
We took the brown envelope.
Home derby and 3 points ahead on Celtic's hands. Yep.
Father John and his multiple accounts.
Aye, it's in Celtic's hands at the moment. We can only throw it away now. But see, I think that's the key thing, right? What Rangers fans felt a month ago, where like I mean, I'll admit I was very confident just before that Motherwell game. I was like, "Oh, this is looking brilliant for Rangers," and even less than that. I think Celtic fans are feeling like it's pretty much wrapped up. Now there is a couple of them, like you hear on scoreboard, saying they're playing shite, they've got no faith. But do you not agree though? Do you not think Celtic fans?
I think they're relieved more than anything.
Yeah, it's relieved as well. That's a word you could use, but I just think the problem is with Rangers. It's like Celtic have been so used to win. You could have seen them clawing it back with Rangers. It just feels like Rangers have balled it, and that's it. There's going to be no more twists and turns. You feel like Celtic are just going to get over the line, even though they're not particularly great. Rangers are just that wee bit worse.
Well, if Rangers win by 3 goals at Celtic Park, they go top of the table, assuming both teams share the same result in the next game.
Which could happen.
So why not? Why not?
A crazy turn up for the books. Musical Addiction says a few weeks ago I was positive Rangers would run away with it. No, it looks like it's going to Celtic. It's hard to see Celtic throwing this away, but it's probably going to come down to the last day of the season because I think both teams will drop more points.
See, that's what I mean. It's went from Rangers being heavy favourites to Celtic being heavy favourites, or it's you can't really pinpoint where it was a 50-50. It might have been for like a really short period, but it's swung. Momentum has swung massively here. From Celtic to Rangers back to
but
Celtic.
you're saying short period 50-50. That's natural though. I mean, with games happening and results happening, it's obviously going to swing. It was probably 50-50 after the 3 each.
I would argue up until recently the English Premiership title has been pretty close between. I reckon Liverpool, City and Arsenal have all had a similar percentage chance of winning that league up until the past few weeks.
Not according to the Opta.
Where Liverpool have just completely bottled it.
Yep, they bottled it. Arsenal lost against Villa, so City's to lose. But I think you see the difference in the English Premier League, right? Yeah, just forget about Liverpool. Arsenal need City to drop points, but
who's got more chance of winning the league, Rangers or Arsenal?
I think Arsenal, because I think Arsenal easily win their last 3 games. I just don't really see Rangers winning all 4 games.
Plus, it's getting to the point now where Rangers might actually need to win all their 4 games and need Celtic to slip up outside of the Old Firm as well.
Yeah, which is obviously not good. James Donnan says Celtic have a slight advantage with 3 points, but it's all about what team has the bottle to win it. Yep, Dyson Maida. He's back.
He's back and he's in this poll.
Mark McKenna says, who's lost in more points the last 5 games? Celtic have hit form and basically injury free. Celtic might get beat once from the other teams, but we'll beat Rangers, but we'll also drop points, so Celtic will be champions and win the...
Yeah, Celtic may be injury free, but I mean, they sneaked past Dundee. On another day, that McCowan header, 94th minute, could have went in. Could have been 2-2.
It could have went in, but it didn't go in. I don't know, man.
Well, on another day, St Mirren could have drew with Rangers and it could have been title over. So
it's everybody's maybes. Each side has had it in their hands. There'll be twists and turns in the last few games, like 98 and 2005. One can only hope so. If Rangers win it now, that will be amazing. The odds are against them, but only time will tell. I mean, the odds are against them, but I don't think it's the impossible. Lord Henry says, before the last Old Firm game, I was convinced Rangers would be champions. Now I'm feeling so positive, though. Hail, hail. Rangers, who are they? I thought they died. All right, come on, Bobby the Dog.
That part's pish.
It is pish.
Can we just, can we move on? Club's dead. Your club, big jock. I mean, no, it's all bullshit. Come on. Get new material. Been looking at that for the past 32 years.
I would say one of them's a wee bit less bullshit than the other one, but let's go into this. Celtic, it's not even...
Which one's that?
Yeah, well, your guess is as good as mine, right? What's your guess?
I don't know. I'm impartial. I'm
not impartial, but here. Answers on a postcard. Rangers are all talking about the mass exodus of players. It's all for that lot at Ibrox, and the squad are all set to leave. Strange chat and a run-in. Yeah, that is true, but I mean, we're hearing right now is that Brendan Rodgers has been given a shovel to build a wall. This is the guy that inherited, right? A fucking treble-winning team. Yes, he lost Starfelt. Yes, he lost Jota. Yes, he lost Moy. But they backed him. He spent a lot of money, and so what? He spent it on duds. Did Rangers not buy duds?
Yeah, it's not Rangers' fault. Brendan
I don't
Rodgers
want to use that
money.
excuse. Oh, you would have bit your hand off to be only at this stage behind Celtic with 4 games to go. Because obviously back in October, man, the league was over, right? But Celtic are lucky in a sense that they did bottle it for a period, but here they're going to win it when it matters. But why are we pretending, right, that this Celtic team's pish? They lost a few players, But they brought a lot of players in. Yes, most of them have flopped, but what, are all of a sudden, was it 3 players carrying Celtic for the 2 Ange years now? Was it Starfelt, Jota and Moy? Were they the 3 big men?
Well, if we look at Celtic's strongest 11, at least 7, 8 of those players were there under Ange. Joe Hart, Ange, Greg Taylor, Ange, Carter Vickers, Ange, Alistair Johnson, Ange, O'Reilly, Ange, McGregor, Ange, Hatate, Ange, Kyogo, Ange, Maida, Ange.
I just don't think Adam Moy gets in the strongest midfield.
The only, obviously Jota, right, he would have, and Starfelt, yes. But Starfelt kind of chose to leave, so Celtic believed they could get an upgrade on Starfelt, and they tried. They brought in Nairoki and Lagerbielke.
Yep.
And both of those players could have been better than Starfelt, but neither one was. So when you look at it, like there's only 2 players really out of the starting 11 that Celtic had to replace from the Ange era, and they've done a really bad job of doing that.
They have. We Are the People says, who ate my dog? All right. Celtics to lose, but you never know.
Scales is a downgrade on Starfelt, and none of the wingers that they brought in can lace Jota's boots. Other than that, though, it's the Ange team.
Yep. Rangers barely won any since turn of the century. I mean, Rangers have obviously won a lot less than Celtic since the turn of the century, but since 2012, that's where your trophy.
But what's that got to do with the last 4 games in the league? Doesn't matter how many titles you've won in the last decade. It's all about winning these last 4 games.
True. Right? You take it away.
No, but
there.
let's say it was not Rangers in this. Let's say it was fucking Livingston, and they were on good form for some reason. Would the fact that they haven't won a league title, would that somehow diminish their chances of winning this title? I don't think so. I would go more with recent bias and recent success. And Rangers were looking pretty good up to a month ago. They're not looking so good now. But neither Celtic. I'm not buying it. Celtic are, they're coming into the right bit of form, injury free. But why are they struggling to get past a Dundee side then, injury free? They really struggled in that game. And you can say that about a lot of games. Look at Celtic against Motherwell. I think I actually kick-started them on. I think that was a massive, looking back now with hindsight, see that game against Motherwell, had they dropped points there, I believe they would have, because the Rangers were 2 points in front at that point, I think. Mm-hmm. So had Celtic drew that game, it would have been 4 points. That would have been massive.
It would have been.
But they got that late goal to win it.
Davey Hutchinson says, Treble's still on. People, Hearts and Kelly will take points off that mob, not like Dundee who lit 4 or 5 in the day. It's only 2 to be fair. But we are the only team who can still win the treble, so let's do it. We the people, let's beat these Huns. No surrender.
Yeah, Dundee certainly didn't lie down.
No, I mean 7-1, debatable. Awful game, by the way. Bill Dub says, don't be daft, 48%, 100%, which are Sevconians, thinking it's not already Celtic's title. See, it's talk like that, saying that it's already Celtic's title, even though I've pretty much said that.
That's the kind of talk that can come back to bite you in the ass.
It can. It can.
Probably won't, but it could.
Aye, Demon Doink says probably Celtic, but as a Rangers fan I have to back the team. I think Celtic can and will drop points, but I worry Rangers will too. Sean says, forget Helicopter Sunday, etc. I was at Love Street 86, so it was far from over, but this is the worst Celtic team since Tony Mowbray, for sure I can say. Love Street, get a wee mention in there.
Right, I think for me it all comes down to the Old Firm game. Let's say Rangers don't win that, because for some reason some people believe Rangers can still win the league without beating Celtic. If Rangers don't beat Celtic, they're not taking 3 points off them, and they're not cutting the goal difference down. And due to Celtic leading in the goal difference, if it's a draw at Celtic Park, let's say Celtic do lose one game, I don't think that's going to be enough to overturn the goal difference. So if Rangers don't beat Celtic, I think Celtic need to draw twice.
Yeah.
Because I don't think one loss will be enough for Rangers to catch them. And I don't see that, because I would say St Mirren is practically 3 points on the table at Celtic Park.
So what we're looking at is...
I think if Rangers cannot win at Celtic Park, then I think Rangers need Celtic to drop games, Celtic to drop points in both the Kilmarnock and Hearts games. I mean, it could happen, but it's not really what you want to bet your title hopes on, is it?
Damn. No, it's not, but... I mean, again, Celtic could draw against Hearts, right? And then, even if Rangers did not win at Celtic Park, it means the next game, there's a lot of pressure on Celtic to beat Kelly. I think what Celtic are wanting is going into that Kelly game not needing to win. And I think this Rangers team could fucking hand that to them.
Well, unless Rangers beat them at Tynecastle, Rangers beat them at Celtic Park.
Celtic haven't won. Celtic haven't won at Rugby Park. But again, Rangers shouldn't have to be worrying about, Hearts and Kelly going to do us a favour. Hearts and Kelly have done Rangers enough favours this season when it comes to taking points off Celtic. Rangers Metal Atheist says, I hope Rangers win, but I can't see it happening. I see us getting this kind of choice to win the league and win another 45 years after this, and we fucked it. Kieran, I hate to say it, but Celtic in their current form, Rangers have been inconsistent. If you look at the Ross County and Dundee games, if Rangers are to win it, they need to get a better new mentality and a rock up their arse. All the hard work, then mess it up. No, I don't get though, right? It's like if Rangers lose this title, I mean, that's 3 in a row Celtic's won. Right? Champions League money next season.
Yeah, 3 in a row Celtic have won for a point where we thought Rangers were going to go on and dominate.
Yeah,
everybody thought that, let's be honest, after that season Celtic had.
No, we can turn around and say, Celtic got 9 in a row because Rangers are doing the lower leagues. Celtic, if they win this league title, will be a third of the way to 9 in a row. Against a Rangers team that has had no fucking excuse, by the way. No excuses. Because, see this excuse of, we were doing the lower leagues. See, once Rangers, right, caught up to Celtic and won title 55, for me, that is Celtic and Rangers at level playing field.
You can't use lower leagues.
Yeah, Celtic got a bit more money in the bank, but Rangers won the league by 25 points, man. You can't, I don't think you can emphasise how much of a gap that is. 25 points is 25 points.
You look at that Celtic team Ange inherited, like there was no reason Celtic should have won the league that year.
No, that Celtic team that he inherited, right?
No right.
It is worse than the Rangers team now by a mile.
Oh, fuck aye.
So it's bad, but it's fair play to Ange for his recruitment, and that's what Clement needs to do in the summer if he loses the league. But yeah, DJK Jones says, who cares? So, I mean, there's a lot of people that care, mate. You've got the Scotland flag there, you support Scottish football, I'm assuming you care. Borisic Odor says, Rangers have bottled it. Unfortunately, Celtic are a foul club, but they'll win it. Right, Rangers Man 1872 says, too many Tims on this channel. Now, unsubbed, I said it's a neutral channel and Celtic winning the vote can't surprise you. Am I wrong by saying that?
No, go fuck yourself, man. Oh, you're going to unsubscribe because Celtic are leading a poll? What kind of small-time mentality is that? Get a fucking grip, you loser.
Yep, it's pathetic.
I hope you cry when Rangers fucking lose the title.
Well, hopefully it's tears of joy when they win the title, but yeah, it's pathetic.
No, but I mean, come on. Oh, look at this. Celtic won this poll. I'm going to unsubscribe. Well, unsubscribe then, fuck off. Go and bloody put CJ Novo on repeat then.
CJ Novo! Oh, it's Steely or whatever that fud's name is. No, but come on. Right. You're delusional to think that Rangers should win this poll.
No, but I don't care if he thinks Rangers should win the poll. It's just pathetic that he's unsubscribing because they didn't. But whatever.
It is, right. You read the last couple of comments there. I've read a lot out.
Aye, right, let's see then. We have Cute Kanji. Don't think Rangers have mentality, especially if Golden gets back in. The guy's a mental weakling. And Tavernier is like a silver allergic opposite of a gold good luck charm. And Clement is foolishly allowing himself to be suckered into what is his predecessors thought that those guys could lead the line and do this time. I thought Rangers really need a manager who knows the Scottish game and has been watching them these last several years to see if the weak mentality unfold like the rest of us. Not a totally new guy with no knowledge of it until he got here and then heard about it from others. I could be wrong, but I have predicted the last 4 years every single trophy except one, and that was the last Old Firm Cup final. I said Rangers would win in extra time, but Celtic won it 2-1. But I think Rangers should have equalised near the end to take it to extra time. So even that, I wasn't far away. I said it the last 3 seasons, Tavernier and Goldson will never become winners, inconsistent champions, and it's a waste of time and money keeping them at the club. So foolish if Clement does so as well, as Lundstrom who bottles it every time and is now 30, I believe. So basically some bashing here for the Rangers old guard. Tavernier.
Here, if you want to hear good predictions, right, I've got my sheet of paper in there for pre-season. Listen to this, alright? So I did Rangers to get knocked out in Champions League playoff round and get knocked out in the last 16 in Europa League, win the League Cup, lose the final of the Scottish Cup, and win the league.
So you're pretty close, sir?
I'm pretty close. If Rangers win the league.
If Rangers win the league, what?
Aye, if Rangers win the league and lose the Scottish Cup final, I have fucking nailed the prediction to a T.
Well, there you go. You've nailed it.
But by memory, by the way, I know for a fact I've got the European side of it right. Anyway,
Neil McLean says, why do Celtic supporters use so many emojis? It's very childlike. As for the league, it can go any way. We all know what happened on Helicopter Sunday. We were 5 points behind going into that split. Rangers have too many injuries in the forward areas. The balance is now in Celtic's favour. Yes, but just because a 5-point deficit was overturned in one season doesn't mean it's going to be overturned this season.
No, yep, you're right.
Look at that season. Was it Newcastle were like miles ahead of United?
Yep, and they bottled it.
But that doesn't mean that if you're the next season, if Newcastle were miles ahead again, it doesn't mean if you were United, you'd be sitting confident going, well, look, they threw away a four. You know, that doesn't always happen like that.
Let's spin something though, right? This Celtic team, they're winners. They're serial winners. They've won a lot of trophies, but maybe a last day title decider. If they go in at half time and Rangers are 3-0 up at Tynecastle, but Celtic need to win and they're 0-0 with St Mirren, they've played shite a lot at Celtic Park. Their arse could collapse.
They are serial winners, but majority of their titles have won with zero pressure.
Yeah.
We don't know how they're going to handle a last day title decider.
No, you just don't, because it's very rare that it's happened.
Also, when you look at a lot of their cup wins, it's not like a lot of them weren't convincing. Remember the extra time cup wins against Aberdeen? Remember the penalty shootout against Hearts? If you actually look at a lot of Celtic's like cup final wins, I mean, a lot of them weren't. It's not like they've been smashing teams easily.
Yeah, I know, I totally agree with that. And then sadly, we have to end with a comment about up the ra here for Noam Finnegan. Thoughts on that?
I mean, just a waste of fucking time. Like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of putting that in there?
I know.
Up the ra. Do you think you're special? Do you think you're great? Do you think that's going to gift Celtic an extra point in the league or something? I mean, who cares?
I know, who cares, man? Who cares? It's pathetic talk.
Get it fucking right up you when Hearts win on the weekend. How about that?
It'll be good. It'll be brilliant. But anyway, guys, that's it. Celtic, they're the favourites. Rangers, close behind. We hope it goes to the last day. I'm not too convinced it will. But until then, peace.